matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be a second down.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it is definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Time running out here on the play clock. Brady to throw on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with the former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And it's third down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. From the gun on third down, Brady. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. First down, Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be fourth and long. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing on first down is Brady. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Second down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Backing up. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the play clock's running down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Touchdown, Packers! Cameron Brate, 76 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Brady now to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So now 1st and 15. In motion goes McCaffrey. Now Brady again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 19, and it'll give the Falcons a first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll hand it off to Procise. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Brady to throw on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
To throw is Brady. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Braxton Miller from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Brady throwing on second down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Miller, the man in motion.
Let's go.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. On third and long, it's Brady. And Miller with it over the middle. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. And Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play? That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you don't lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On second down, here's Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter.
Touchdown, Falcons! Emmanuel Sanders, 36 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Great corner out there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
It's good to make it 17-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going, Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run with Procise. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And to give this time to the tailback. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. But just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rodgers. Complete. He finds Brate. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Cameron Brate, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Brady now on 1st down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
20. Easy.
Brady now on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Sanders in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Back to throw. And Miller with it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And now they're in the hurry-up.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, they're able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
cruise ship. I'm tired of this in the kitchen.
we are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First carry for C.J. Prosize. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Counter, it's Prosize. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle to Garcon. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
A give to Prosize running right. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. So after the INT, it's Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Shift together here from the D-line. The first carry for the rookie Prosize. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Play clock winding down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be, because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive starts with C.J. Procise. And some room to work. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, again, they go Procise. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And Brady, the tight end's got it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Brady going to go, and he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On first down, Brady. He's got his target, the tight end Newsome. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second down, here's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. So 2nd and 10 here. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle to Garcon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From midfield, here's Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
20.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Left side here to Sanders. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James White from 6 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. Complete to Newsom. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
20. Easy.
Brady now on 1st down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. In motion goes the tight end. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Brady. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
20.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Raiders a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, Brady. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. And the back goes into motion. Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing is Brady on third down. And Brady has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. The play clock's running down. Brady now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
You're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They start out with a run from Procise. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run. Here's Brady to throw. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Brady going to throw. The catch made by Miller. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because They really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
20, 29. Three down, these two.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
20.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
20, 53,
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And Miller with it over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. Green with a catch left side. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Miller, the man in motion.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he'll get this down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
And Maybe thinking pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
One universal in football, when it's a kicking situation, all right, you're kicking a field goal, an extra point, you're punting, you never want to hear a second thud. That means the block has occurred. Imagine being the guys on the bench right now, the defensive unit. They thought they were going to get a cushion when they went back out on the field. That's no longer there.
They had the chance to take a second-half lead, but the special teams unit, they said, not on our watch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough go. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. And they'll run it here. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That's pulled in at the 32. So spinning away. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. So long, everybody. And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll dump it off to Procise. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Play clock winding down. To throw is Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
It'll go as a gain of 10 there. Good enough for an Oakland 1st down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Miller, the man in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Brady. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Braxton Miller, 52 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Taylor on 1st down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Here we go.
throwing now. Taylor on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. He's going to air one out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Throwing again, it's Taylor. To Shepard, complete over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. I guess you don't wear a Super Bowl ring without taking some chances. Gary Kubiak going for it on fourth down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll run it with McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. LaShawn McCoy unable to get to the marker.
Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight. Just as long as you're there in the freak of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you do with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Come on. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your
Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Left side here to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
20.
Sanders in motion right.
20.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Teddy Bruschi not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On third and long, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Patriots take over. First down, Brady. Sanders hands it over the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Brady now on first down. And Brate, the tight end's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On second down, here's Brady. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Easy. Easy.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Brady to throw on second down. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
20. 20. Wait.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll pitch out to Process. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal. To throw is Brady. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Braxton Miller, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Miller, the man in motion. Throwing is Brady on third down. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Brady now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it gives the Pats a first down.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a three-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On play action, it's Brady. Deep drop. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Throwing now is Brady, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Brady. Got a man. He finds Sanders. A big play there for the Patriots. 30 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Brady will try again on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
He's got time in the pocket. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Braxton Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Brady. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Brady. He's got time. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And this one caught by Cameron Brate. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run the counter now on first down. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Sanders has it over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards. And we're back now in Charlotte. And they'll go on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. 2 Patriots there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles. When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well. And sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot. The next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And now some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways, it's sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you've told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes, they'll put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports. After
to get